Hello, and welcome back to Healing Heart Hub. If this video resonates with you, please like and subscribe, which helps to support the channel. My name is Horace Hart. And in today's session, we will explore a deeply important topic: accepting feelings that we have pushed away because they were dismissed or rejected by our caregivers or peers when we were younger. Stay tuned, as later in this video, we will cover 4 approaches to help you safely reconnect with these splintered off parts of yourself that desperately deserve acceptance. As children, we often look to the adults and people around us for guidance on how to feel and behave. But sometimes we had emotions like sadness, anger, or fear that were misunderstood or rejected by our caregivers. Over time, this can lead us to push those feelings away, and though we might not realize it, those hidden emotions can impact our emotional maturity as adults. In this video, we'll discuss how rejecting our childhood feelings can affect us as we age. As promised, I'll share some techniques to help us reconnect with and accept those hidden parts of ourselves. By doing this, we can achieve greater emotional freedom and balance. Find a quiet place to sit, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Let's start by looking at why we sometimes push away our feelings. As children, we are naturally open and expressive. We feel our emotions intensely and rely on our caregivers or peers to help us understand and regulate them. However, sometimes the people around us don't always respond in a way that supports our emotional needs, as they may be emotionally unbalanced themselves. For example, you might have been told that big boys don't cry when you felt sad, or perhaps you were labeled too sensitive when something upset you. Maybe you were made to feel guilty for expressing anger or fear. In these moments, we begin to believe that certain emotions are not acceptable, and so we push them away. We didn't choose to reject our emotions consciously. It's a protective mechanism. If our caregivers or peers disapprove of our feelings, we might feel shame or fear of being rejected ourselves. So we learn to hide those emotions to gain approval or avoid conflict. Over time, this emotional suppression can become a habit. We learn to bury certain feelings, and as we grow older, those unexpressed emotions don't just disappear. They remain inside us, often creating emotional blockages that can manifest as anxiety, depression, or a sense of emotional numbness. But here's the truth: all emotions are valid. Sadness, rage, or fear, joy, excitement, or bliss, they are all part of the human experience, and none of them should be rejected. To heal, we must reconnect in a safe way with the emotions we've pushed away and permit ourselves to feel them without judgment. When we reject certain feelings in childhood, it can affect how we grow emotionally as adults. Emotional maturity comes from recognizing, understanding, and then the healthy processing of our emotions. But if we've spent years suppressing certain feelings, we can become disconnected from parts of ourselves. For instance, if you were taught to hide your sadness or anger, you may find it challenging to express those emotions as an adult. You may struggle to communicate how you truly feel, leading to frustration or feeling misunderstood. This emotional disconnect can also create patterns of avoidance. Instead of confronting uncomfortable feelings, we may try to escape them through distractions, such as overworking, staying constantly busy, or numbing ourselves with habits like alcohol, drugs, food, or compulsive shopping and exercise. By pushing away these emotions, we also limit our ability to experience the full range of human feelings, including joy and love. Emotional growth is about accepting all parts of ourselves, the light and the shadow. And when we deny certain emotions, we limit our capacity for emotional depth and connection with others. But the good news is, it's never too late to reconnect with those parts of ourselves. We can learn to accept and honor the emotions we once pushed away, and by doing so, we can foster emotional maturity and inner peace. Now that we understand how pushing away emotions can impact our emotional well-being, let's discuss approaches for helping us to reconnect with and accept those hidden parts of ourselves. 1. Mindful self-reflection. One of the first steps in accepting repressed feelings is to become aware of them. Set aside time for quiet reflection or journaling, where you can explore the emotions you've been avoiding. Ask yourself, what emotions do I struggle to express? When do I feel most uncomfortable emotionally? Often our body gives us clues, tightness in the chest, a knot in the stomach, that signal emotions we're holding inside. By bringing mindful awareness to these sensations, we can begin to uncover the feelings we've buried. 2. EFT, emotional freedom technique or tapping, is a gentle yet powerful tool for releasing emotional blocks. As we tap on specific acupressure points on our body, we allow the energy around those blocked emotions to move and flow more freely. The act of tapping, combined with affirmations like, "Even though I've pushed away my sadness, I deeply and completely accept myself," helps create a safe emotional release. EFT is a gentle but effective way to reconnect with those rejected emotions and begin to allow the psyche to process them. 3. Inner child work. Many feelings we pushed away originated in childhood. Inner child work is a practice where we reconnect with the younger version of ourselves, the part that still carries those unprocessed emotions. Through guided visualizations or writing, we can imagine speaking to our inner child with compassion, offering them the validation they didn't receive in the past. By nurturing this inner child, we permit ourselves to feel the emotions we once rejected. 4. Therapy or counseling. Speaking with a professional therapist can also be incredibly helpful in processing repressed emotions. Sometimes the hidden emotions are tied to deeper wounds that may be difficult to face alone. A therapist can provide guidance and support, helping us explore and heal these parts of ourselves in a safe, non-judgmental environment. In future videos, we will explore these 4 approaches in greater depth. When we take the time to reconnect with and accept the emotions we've pushed away, the long-term benefits are profound. Accepting all parts of ourselves, including suppressed emotion, gives us freedom. And the fear of feeling certain things no longer traps us. Instead, we learn to flow with our emotions, allowing them to come and go without judgment or resistance. Emotional maturity allows us to communicate more openly and honestly with others. When we accept our feelings, we also become better at understanding and accepting the feelings of those around us. This leads to healthier, more authentic relationships, built on mutual respect and empathy. When we face our emotions instead of pushing them away, we also develop greater emotional resilience. And we can understand that emotions are temporary and manageable no matter how intense. This emotional resilience helps us navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Finally, fully accepting ourselves leads to greater self-compassion. Instead of criticizing ourselves for feeling too much or not enough, we learn to embrace ourselves with kindness and understanding. This deepens our self-love and fosters a sense of inner peace. As we wrap up this session, remember that your feelings are valid. All emotions, whether joyful or painful, deserve acknowledgement and acceptance. By reconnecting with the feelings you've pushed away, you're taking a powerful step towards healing and emotional freedom. Thank you for joining me today at Healing Heart Hub. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. And feel free to share this video with someone who might benefit from reconnecting with their emotions. Take care, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.